asked Victoria if it would be okay to open this in front of you. It's not unboxing. But I have no idea what's inside it. I don't know if it's okay to open it. There it is. Take a look. Take a look. Oh, that reminds me. Put your leg back, baby. Oh, don't let him see you. Don't let him see you. It reminds me, and it never happened to me, but I got to drive Humvee all over Saudi Arabia and Iraq and all kinds of shit. I got to see all kinds of shit. And there were times blowing over a bridge in Iraq, and you have to fucking turn really fast because there's a fucking bomb hole in the middle of the bridge. It's again, it's not PTSD, it's fond memories. It's just, there's nothing better than surviving something. That's, people get all nervous. They're like, oh, it could happen again. We already fucking survived it once. It's not PTSD. It's a fond memory. You know how to get by now. We've all been through it. Whether, oh yeah, this stupidity. I don't mean to make anything out of fucking having gone to war. I find it fortunate that I got to go to war. I know a lot of friends that got out before we went. They were standing in line to get back, and I'm like, whoever would want to go to fucking Saudi Arabia to begin with, and then Iraq. And then I found out it was a magnificent trip. It was just wonderful. We talked about this before. She says she worried about me. I don't know how we get back to this, but it relates. It relates. And there were people that I feel bad, possibly got ulcers worrying about me. And I was just giggling and taking pictures the whole time. And I said, you motherfuckers. And watching the perimeter and saying, there are lights coming in, there are lights coming in, and listening to the fucking bombs in the background and finding out that you were in a place that was exposed due to a Fox chemical vehicle going out into where we were, saying, yeah, you've been exposed to fucking, what do you call it? Chemical warfare? I say, I feel fine. And then the next thing you hear, they say, you get a letter from the government saying where you were, there was nothing known. They changed it the next day. It came back, we weren't exposed, and it's like, I knew. Staff Sergeant Marlack, how the hell are you? Good to see you again. We were good friends. He's the one that said that there was stuff there. Oh no, did I just get you in trouble? Oh, you don't care about trouble. See, that's the thing. People be going, he fucking ratted him out. And there's Chuck Marlack going, just give me a chance to talk about what they fucking lied to me over. And so then they said there was none. So you never answer a question, asking if you've been poisoned by anything and you feel fine, because some of these things take years. I'm going to blame my mental stability on it when I get the chance. And the funny thing is, they're going to go back 80 years and say, that fucker was just like this then, right after Iraq. As my sister says, Uncle Archie, they took him off to war, and this is what we got back. My sister's kids don't know me as anything but who I am, and this is who I was all along, but, I blossomed out in the open air. So,
Do you mind?
I do not mind. I'm so sorry I opened mine first. I screwed up. Didn't I write a script for this? I know you read it and you're looking at me funny and I'm going off script constantly. I'm like, there was a whole theme to this. It was about just finding things you love and sometimes not wanting to share them with others. But it is an unboxing. Once again, I got yelled to, the step Danny yelled, Amazon Prime's in the front yard. And I said, she doesn't sound like that. I have yet to even imitate her. I won't. That's rude. Sometimes. But isn't it fun? So I went and I got the mail, and once again I brought it in, and once again Victoria sees it, and she said, "This is for you." And I'm like, I had no idea I was getting anything. I didn't know. This is one of the best unboxings ever because this is a true surprise. I hope I can fulfill your dreams when I open this and say, and you know what? I can't believe he got that. I didn't have any idea what he was going to get. He didn't even know. I'm pretty excited about this. You have to forgive me. Take a smoke. I saw what you almost did. You almost kissed me and you would have gotten a tongue full of ash. Love you, baby. Okay, we're gonna open this. And I really do think there's some kind of trepidation walking in the shadow of this utility, and I think that whatever's in here doesn't want to be seen. Okay. I don't need to put this back on. Yeah, anybody that needs a knife in a fist fight is probably going to lose because they're really counting on their knife way more than they should. Oh! I'm not kidding. That was an automatic response. Oh, okay. Look what I saw. I opened this up and I saw that. I said, ah! A lot of stuff being erased from history, and it's sad because there's coming a day with all the lack of creativity and such that we're going to need all those old books to see anything new. They're killing everything, and every time I see a book, I still don't know what it is. You know more than I do. I'm not looking. I see words. I'm gonna look that way. Oh. I just got done talking about this guy in the last video. It's publishing now. If it's not out already, well, I don't know what to tell you. But it's publishing. I just talked about this guy. Look at that. This is one of the funniest one of them I know. He's not kidding. He's not trying to defend himself. He's just like, yeah, I was one of those fucking people. He's just funny. And he's what you get if you get the truth from one of these people. He is a riot. He sits there and looks at what's happening to them and he says, you know, he saw it all along.
Oh, he did.
Oh, my God.
He really digs it.
He's got a really good Arthur Fonzarelli look as he's getting a little bit older, like the high school teacher era when he was teaching mechanics. Fonzie was. Those were the years nobody watched. Those were the years nobody watched. Right. It was the end of Happy Days.
I forgot
Richie
about that.
Was off being a writing reporter somewhere, and
didn't they have another little redhead kid?
They replaced. They came up with another. They got rid of a brother early on.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah, the oldest brother disappeared right away. Whatever happened to him? Yeah.
Look at that. And you know, with the utmost respect for the truth you tell, which people may get upset about because they don't want to hear it as the truth, even if you are just one of them, you are the Jester. You are the Joker. There's a Joker in every one of us, and sometimes a kingdom without a Joker falls apart, and they put you away. They put you away, and there they were left without a Joker. You are one of the funniest people I've ever seen talk about politics. You got it all right down. Thank you. Look at that. This is a gift. She was worried about putting this stuff in front of people, but this is like reading the Bible. You read it so you know what these fuckers are doing. You don't read it because you need somebody to believe in. You need to read it so you know who you are.
Information.
It's about information. And thank you. I don't even know how to... At least, can you hold this, baby? Don't hold it up. You don't want a picture of you holding that book up. You know... Oh,
there goes Gabby.
There goes Gabby.
There goes my ally.
I don't have any way to end of it. That blew my mind. Oh, you know what? I know it. I knew I needed a second think. I had no idea. She ordered this for me. It came today.
Yesterday, I ordered it yesterday.
What?
I ordered it yesterday.
You ordered it yesterday and it was here today.
Yeah, same thing with my blood driver.
Good thing we didn't have anything to do with the U.S. Postal Service.
Right. Oh, that's still waiting to get here. I go through FedEx and UPS if I want it to actually show up. But it's my experience.
All right. I have to at least open it and read. I don't know if I'll start at the beginning of a paragraph or take it somewhere in the middle of a long paragraph, and just to see if we can get context clues out of it. I love this. When I get a book, I was taught this at St. Mary's Catholic Elementary School in the RIF. Reading is fundamental stuff. And maybe they told it me specifically. I don't know. But there were all these books on tables, and they said, open it up to a page and read it. And if you can understand that page, then that book is okay for you to read. And I always did that. And what I could comprehend, I got. Free books. Does RIF still exist? I sure hope so. Oh. And so even to this day, even though I'm not looking to see if I can comprehend it, I automatically, habitually open up a book in the middle and I read a line. And then somewhere, as I'm reading the whole book, I come across that line. Look at that. We're halfway through the book. How many? Page 219. I'm 219 pages into a book, and I come across a line I heard, and I say, that's what it means. You know, you don't need context right now. This is awesome. Okay. Finally, I took another photo of the now thronging crowd and took the elevator up to see Trump one last time. I don't usually say his name. It caught me off guard. I told him I'd made sure the mics were working, and I showed him the photo. He grinned. It's showtime, that poor guy said. See you down there in 10 minutes. That's quote. Downstairs, I made sure that the path from the elevator to the escalator was roped off and protected by security. We'd used the grand entrance down the escalator for press conferences in the past. The sight of that poor guy descending slowly, magisterially, like some kind of lord from on high, gave the scene the kind of dramatic flourish that he relished. I feel like I'm reading. Is it Danielle Steele or Louis L'Amour?
Is this like a romance novel, or
Swing
are we
low,
supposed to get like hot and bothered over this?
Chariot.
Wow.
Mine eyes have seen the coming of the glory of the hordes. They were pillaging the villages and ravaging the whore. It sounds like a real wow. And remember, Michael, I do appreciate what you're doing, but this is very romantic. I thought it would be more straightforward. And I know most people need romance in order to get through a book, but some of us want to just see it for what it is. I mean, this is artistic. This is fun.
And then
but,
it happened.
Wait, we'll go back. And then it happened. But we're leading up to that right now. The sight of Trump. Ooh! Cat got my tongue. I wish it would have. Descending slowly, magisterially, like some kind of lord from on high, gave the scene the kind of dramatic flourish that he relished. It's just, what is that? What's that? Chopped up with sweet pickles? Mm-hmm. Relish? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like sweet pickles, but I don't like them on my dogs. He would look sternly forward, offering a thumbs up. All you gotta do is look angry. I mean, I've never saw a picture of Hitler looking happy. Unless you
covered that. All you have to do is look angry, and people think you're busy.
You're busy. Beetle Bailey covered that. Seinfeld did an episode on that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Beetle Bailey did it long before they ever did. I knew Jerry was stealing. Then it happened. Down the escalator came that poor guy. And Melania, she looked absent outside of her golden cage. Both tanning booth bronzed the boss, capitalized boss, giving the crowd the thumbs up. The stereo cranking Neil Young. I wonder what he thought about that. Neil Young's Keep On Rockin' in the Free World, an admittedly unlikely use of the Canadian-born singer's ironic tribute to the excesses of capitalism, a nuance totally lost on that poor guy. I stood to one side with George Stephanopoulos. Is he in jail right now?
I don't know.
I thought I saw about him being... I remember that one woman that was married to him saying she's going to be married to the President of the United States one day, and it ruined his whole political career. She was on what do you like, game show. She was on a primetime game show and she said that. I think she's a comedian. But yeah, anyway, whatever it is, we'll remember that when we read it again. Remember this. It's a funny man. See, that's why there's no giving him any shit for really having fun writing this thing. He's a funny man. He's an artistic person. He just happens to be one of them. And as one of them, even though you would expect him to say everything he knows about them because he is one of them, he's kind of stepped outside of the fold because even though you're one of them, you're not supposed to talk about them. Every one of you knows just what that poor guy said that one day. You knew I was a snake.
Yeah.
You knew I was a snake. And he's, look at that. There's no shame in this at all. There's not even any reason to wonder if you think that I'm somebody I'm not, because you should be reading this. Everybody should be reading this.
I look forward to the humor in it.
It's going to be great. What they've taught us was that you even read things you don't agree with. You read things that are not well written, which is not saying anything about this. I'm not saying that.
No,
you read everything so you know
like the
how to
military
comprehend
guy
them.
said to that other guy, it's about understanding. It's all about information, Just because you read something doesn't mean you're a communist. Doesn't mean
gotta know
you
how
have to
people
understand things.
Take a trip across the country, and right before you do it, break off your radio antenna, and all you get is the Christian stuff, and you get to see the other side. And if you're already listening to the Christian stuff, and you drive across the country alone long enough, you'll start hearing the things that they really are saying, which is that it's all scam. Be careful who you support, because they're going to leave you in a ditch. I love you, baby.
Love you too.